The patch.
Hey,
Hey, everyone.
To
initiate.
We got Gus, Burnie, Ryan, and Gus on the patch this week. Gus is
Hey.
wearing a fashionable patch shirt.
What, Gus? Where did you get that
Patchwear.
lovely T-shirt?
Store.roosterteeth.com.
I gotta say the changes to the achievement system and how you view them on the one is really rough.
Yeah,
Okay,
it-
I agree with you.
I'm having trouble.
I don't like it
can't,
at all.
I can't figure out how to see achievements that I haven't unlocked yet. And then even then,
You
when
can. You just have to scroll to the side.
when you
I also don't like the goatsy maneuver that they want you to do
Yeah.
for looking at an
And
achievement.
it's slow.
Yeah, it loads. It actually
Yeah.
loads so you can see it.
Well, it's because they've added this whole pretty picture thing that is kind of superfluous. I mean,
that's totally superfluous.
it's really, all it serves to do is slow it down when I'm trying to look at them.
They seem to be mixing achievements with unlockables. Like you get like
Sorta,
like a pretty concept art or something.
Yeah.
That's that should be a totally different thing.
Now, I will say that what they've added that I like is now the achievements have percentages on them. You can actually view your progress when
Yeah.
you just go to the achievement.
When you look at your whole list of games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
But
no, to individual achievements. You can
really?
drill down to the achievement list now. Has tiles for each
I
achievement.
saw that in Dead Rising. I thought that was just in Dead Rising.
It could be, but at least it's available in the guide. It's not actually usually if it was specific to a game, you'd only see it in the game.
That's great.
This is actually at a guide level. You can see it. So I suspect that it'll be across the board, which is nice. I just wish that, honestly, this is a complaint I have for both systems. Is it feels like neither one of them has very strong UI.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a side effect of like making that transition and not knowing the UI, but I've definitely felt the same way with the PS4. I'm feeling that way also with the Xbox One. I'm just having like relearn it. Like
It seems like this has been a systemic issue I've had with a few things lately, because going back to the Assassin's Creed 4 Let's Play we just did, trying to make the multiplayer work like we wanted it to work was like pulling teeth. I mean, it was just not very streamlined. It felt like it hadn't been very refined. And that's all on Assassin's Creed's part. That had nothing to do with the platform.
yeah, even getting to the settings on the Xbox One after my initial setup, I was like, okay, where are they?
Well, the Xbox has a harder time, at least in my eyes, because I'm more familiar with the 360's platform.
Yeah.
So I knew what that one was like, and now this is a change to that, but similar. Whereas the PS4 at least was a brand new experience, so I'm just kind of discovering it from scratch.
Are you excited about the Wii U?
Oh man, my heart burns for it. Let me tell you, that what 5 games that you
Listen, I mean, a new Zelda game and a new Mario game.
When's
came
the
out
new
last
Wii
week.
Fit coming out? So somebody will buy another console and leave it in the corner.
The new
That would
Zelda
be
game
me.
on the 3DS and the new Mario game that just came out are both super highly reviewed.
I
They've been
have.
getting
I
amazing
don't have the
reviews.
Link game, but I do have the. I do have the Mario game. It's interesting. It's like a cross between. It's like one of my favorite titles from Mario is Mario 3D on the Super Nintendo. Super Mario 3D.
Super Mario 3D? You're talking about Nintendo 64?
Yeah, Nintendo 64. What did I
Okay,
say?
you said Super Nintendo.
Oh, sorry. Nintendo 64. Yeah. I like that, and I also like the Super Mario Brothers that came out with Wii U at launch because it was the first high-def Mario, and I thought it was amazing. This is like a hybrid between the two. It's almost like a 3D world that you can run around in, but it's not quite. It's hard to explain. It's like, it's not the left-to-right scroller, but it's also not the open world. It's kind of like a hybrid between the two, and it takes a little bit of getting used to. But it's fun. I mean, it's a Mario game.
GTA
They're
Mario.
Yeah.
Here, let me read
You
this.
can have a cat suit.
cat suit.
You can get a cat
I
suit.
like
Right
being
out of the
Tanuki.
gate, you get a cat suit.
Can you wear a Tanuki? You got the fucking raccoon suit. So one of the other things I see here is that Steam now has reviews in beta in the Steam platform.
Which is nice. I mean, there's always been the rating. Well, not always, but there has been a rating there that you could get.
Does that matter to you, the rating?
I mean, I've not bought a game before when I saw a really low rating.
Absolutely matters to me.
Yeah.
That Steam rating is very important when I go to buy a game.
I find, I mean, the Steam community is like any other internet community. You're going to have people that try and abuse the system, but overall, I find it pretty spot on.
Unfortunately, it's in my list of whether or not to buy a game. It's price, cover art. I mean, I have to admit that. It's like a lot of times it's like I do choose a game because like, oh, it looks kind of cool. What's that?
I can't believe that Steam as a platform which sells games has not had reviews or player feedback to this extent so far.
Well, and maybe I'm misremembering it, but it was always linked into the Metacritic score, right?
Yeah, I believe it showed that.
Which, I mean, there was a direct path to reviews right from inside Steam, so I'm not sure what the distinction
But
here
it's
is.
like Amazon, when it sells products, you know, customers can write reviews there.
Is that good, though? Because, I mean, when this is the conflict you have with Amazon is once the person selling the item has control over the reviews in it, then you start to get allegations of fixing the reviews and suppressing things. And Amazon's facing that all the time. And I don't think they've ever had any legal action that I'm aware of, but there's constantly people talking about how, here's all these negative reviews that have been suppressed. And I have to say, I have, at least in books, in the Kindle store, frequently seen books that had negative reviews that were very far down under all the positive stuff.
Today, the day that the patch is actually airing, which will be Wednesday, November 23rd, which is when we do our live stream, when there's people will be watching this for the first time, will be the 9th anniversary of the release of World of Warcraft.
That's right.
How many years?
9 years.
9 years.
Wow, that's crazy thing. And the
Seems
movie's
like
coming out in
longer.
2015.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
And then it'll take 9 years to forget it.
They put a like a tent pole in the ground saying, or a flag in the ground saying, "This is our date for the World of Warcraft movie. It's coming out, I think, December 18th, 2015." And they just announced that is also the date for Episode 7 of Star Wars. So the World of Warcraft movie will be moving, I assume.
I think it's
You think so?
I think it's December 22nd.
It's really close to Christmas.
Yeah.
Do you think
really
they'll
close.
step aside for Star Wars?
Well, yeah, I
mean,
would.
Star Wars, if you look at the attendance starting at episode 4, doesn't it go down, down, down? By the time you hit episode 6, it was like,
I could be
I'll
convinced.
see it the weekend later after.
I could be convinced. They're launching a new thing with World of Warcraft.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're staying out of the way of a Star Wars franchise.
See, what
That's
you
a
do-
very similar audience.
Who's
You
gonna
go
push?
to the
No.
first movie in the morning, and then you stay and watch the second movie.
What'll happen is
you
they're
go.
gonna
for free?
Yeah, no pay.
neither
Pay.
neither of those movies
Pay.
will come out on that date. I guarantee
You don't
they're,
think so?
they're both gonna be
They're gonna
pushed.
push?
They're too visual VFX heavy.
That's true.
Those will both, and every Star Wars movie has always come out in May. I guarantee you that Star Wars movie is going to get pushed.
Well,
to the
hey,
next
no,
May.
it's a new world, man. Like we're under different
I think
leadership
even
here.
Star Trek would, the first Star Trek,
Disney
which is also a
hits their
J.J.
dates.
Abrams movie, was originally supposed to come out in December and also got pushed to May.
Did it really?
Yeah,
What do you think about that? The Star Trek reboot.
great. I love it.
Okay, good.
So
I liked it as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with Star Wars.
Who's picking up Star Trek at this point?
I don't know. I don't think they've really announced plans for the next movie. But it's got to be a trilogy, right?
Shut the fuck up. Killing me. Thanks, John Carmack, for many years of awesome gaming.
Why are you wearing a tuxedo?